Once upon a time in a small village, there was a cheerful boy named Robert. Robert loved adventures and was always exploring the forests, rivers, and hills near his home. But the one thing Robert wished for the most was a friend to share his adventures with. One sunny morning, as Robert was walking through the village market, he heard a soft whimpering sound coming from a nearby alley. Curious, he followed the sound and found a small, scruffy dog with golden fur. The dog looked sad and hungry, his big brown eyes filled with hope as he looked up at Robert. "Oh, you poor thing," Robert said gently. "Are you lost?" The dog wagged his tail a little, as if he understood that Robert wanted to help. Robert quickly ran to a nearby bakery and bought a fresh bread roll. He broke off a piece and offered it to the dog, who gobbled it up happily. "You must be starving," Robert said with a smile. "I'll call you Rusty because of your beautiful fur. Would you like to come home with me?" Rusty's tail wagged faster, and he barked joyfully. From that moment on, Robert and Rusty became the best of friends. They did everything together, exploring the forest, playing in the meadows, and even helping the villagers with their chores. Rusty was always by Robert's side, and Robert was always there to give Rusty a pat or a treat. One day, while they were playing near the river, Robert slipped on a rock and fell into the water. The current was strong, and Robert was struggling to swim. Rusty barked loudly and ran along the riverbank, searching for a way to help his friend. Suddenly, Rusty spotted a large stick floating nearby. With all his might, he grabbed the stick in his mouth and paddled towards Robert. Robert held onto the stick tightly, and with Rusty pulling and swimming as hard as he could, they made their way back to the shore. Robert was wet and tired but very grateful. He hugged Rusty and said, "Thank you, Rusty. You're my hero." Rusty barked and licked Robert's face, happy to have saved his best friend. From that day on, Robert knew that no matter what, he and Rusty would always look out for each other. The villagers were amazed by the bond between Robert and Rusty. They could see that the friendship between a boy and his dog was something truly special. They often told the story of how Rusty saved Robert, reminding everyone that friends are there for each other, no matter what. And so, Robert and Rusty continued their adventures, exploring new places and helping everyone they met, knowing that together, they could overcome any challenge. And they lived happily ever after, as best friends always do. The end.